hear that NASA satellites just picked up an 80-mile crack in the ice going from Canada to Cleveland?
No way, dude. Some guy from Ohio just biked across that frozen lake.
And almost 50 years ago, a dude walked from Ohio to Canada on the lake.
Today, we're going to talk about how to keep going when you can't feel the progress.
This episode is brought to you by
Backbone Coffee
Heritage Roofing
in the Great Lakes Fishing Expo.
Watch or listen.
Casting their faith to reach this world.
Fish on. Welcome to the show. Today we're talking about when you're doing all the right things and you still feel stuck, what do you do?
When life feels like a treadmill.
When life feels like a treadmill. Man,
Dude, I hate running on the treadmill. I'm not going to lie.
I love it.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves about working out because I feel like I'm going nowhere.
Dude, I love it. I love just putting on a good podcast or a nice audiobook and just going 6 miles on that thing.
I definitely I get the purpose of it.
Yeah.
To be able to you can still read and just walk whatever inside and controlled temperature. I just hate the fact that nothing changes.
Yeah.
That drives me insane.
I like the monotony.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it. I like it. We're
That's
different.
fair.
I like it. It's good for me.
I don't do much running anyways, though, I'll be honest with you.
I gotta get back on that treadmill.
Yeah.
My kids just dumped a bunch of glitter all over it. So that's fun. So I might be needing a new treadmill.
You ever see the video of the dude that has his treadmill set up like a ramp and he lays in a sleeping bag and then it lets him launch I can't talk. Lets it launch him up the stairs.
I mean, I've done a lot of dumb things in my life, but that ain't one of them.
Oh man. I saw that. I was laughing. It made me think of you.
Speaking of dumb things.
Yeah.
You got a story for us?
Yeah, man. So I was scrolling through social media and I saw a meme of the squirrel from Ice Age. You remember Ice Age?
Mm-hmm.
The squirrel planting an acorn in the middle of Lake Erie.
What's his name? Scratch?
Scrat.
Scratch.
Scrat.
Scrat. Yeah.
Scrat the squirrel. Alliteration. So I started looking at it, and here NASA satellites picked up a crack going from Canada
did it again.
all the way down to Cleveland.
What are we on? The 17th movie?
Right. It's this is Ice Age 17.
Yeah. Jeez.
Scrat strikes back.
So an 80
Revenge of the Squirrel.
You said it's 80 miles?
80 miles,
That's
dude.
insane.
Hey, I'm going to sound really dumb, and I'll probably catch some hate for this.
Let's go. It's usually
I forget that Canada is not that far from
close.
us. Yeah, we're on the border.
Yeah, I saw a recent reel. I don't have it with me or I'd pull it up, but it's of this grandma explaining the actual sizes of the land on the world.
Yeah, the maps are not legit.
Yeah, it's weird. Why don't we
weird.
just get legit stuff? I don't know why we gotta. I don't know. Let's just have accuracy. You would think in 2026 we would have accuracy.
Yeah, but you show a map, and I
guess you just want to know.
It throws you off if you see it how it's actually supposed to be.
I think, dude. You say it sound dumb. If you challenged me right now to say all 50 states, I don't think I could do it.
I think I could do it. That doesn't make for good podcasting.
No, we're not going to do that. But I'm guarantee you, I'll probably not win that challenge.
Yeah, but I always forget when we go fishing. Hey, we're on the we're on the
Canada's
border
right
of the United States right now.
It's wild. I don't know. It's weird to think of. You're right.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's frozen over right now. And
it is.
There's a big crack in it,
dude. 80 miles. Going from Canada to Cleveland.
Wonder how thick the ice is right now.
So my dad used to tell me stories of when he was a kid. He'd watch people drive cars out on the ice. I don't know how you could ever do that. The people that drive the 4-wheelers and the snowmobiles out on Portage Lakes.
Yeah,
that always scared me.
I think it's a lot thicker than we think.
I think that ice can support a lot more weight than we can think.
Yeah, I'll never forget when me and Sean went steelhead fishing when it was iced over a bit.
Yeah.
But when I say iced over, it was 3, maybe 2 inches, not even.
And
we were standing on it, on the shelf of it, and I was fine because at that time I was only 150 pounds.
Yeah.
And he was a little heavier, so we were both standing out there, and I look over, and it looked like, that scene in the Goofy movie,
yeah,
where Goofy's doing the perfect cast. And he just looks over and smiles at Max. I looked over, and that's what Sean looked like, and he just penciled through the ice straight down.
That's
and he's
awesome.
tall, so he was fine. It was no deeper than we normally wade out.
Right.
But we laughed so hard about that. It was such a fun memory.
No, but man, they said that 95% of the lake is iced over.
Yeah.
And
that's
a
not common thing, is it?
No, it hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, they said this crack is going from Canada to the shores of Cleveland, and it's been warmer recently. Thankfully, we've
Praise God.
climbed out from the single digits, but it's not because of the temperature increases. They said it's because of the wind.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's wild.
80 miles, and they saw it from space. That's, I think, what gets me is something that big, allegedly. No,
No, we're not going
not the
there.
moon.
Yeah.
But yeah, saw it from space. But we were talking, and you had mentioned as well about some dude from
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland riding his bike.
Yeah, so right at the same time, like we're finding out this giant crack is in the ice. I think it was this January, so last month. It was a guy. I think his name was Erickson. Was that his last name?
Give me a second. I pulled
Anyways,
it up
this
when you said
guy,
it.
he's from
Eric
Northeast.
McKinney.
Eric McKinney. Wow, Erickson is what I landed on. So there's that. Hey guys, I've only had one energy drink today and 1 cup of coffee today,
you.
and so we're scaling back.
Good.
Got that
proud
Kill
of you.
Switch coffee from Backbone.
Yeah, how is it?
Delicious.
Good.
And it's keeping that caffeine lower for me. And so if I'm a little off, that's why. But no, this guy, Eric McKinney, he's from Painesville, I think, up here in Ohio. And he decides he's going to get on his bicycle and just bike across the Great Lakes, which is a decision.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name the Great Lakes?
Yeah.
Do it.
Superior, Lake Erie. I got 2. There's 4, isn't there?
There's 5.
5. Oh gosh, put me on the spot again. I told you I can't name the 50 states.
Holmes, dude.
Huh?
Holmes.
Holmes.
Huron.
Oh yeah,
Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior.
Yeah. Funny that I'm a kindergarten teacher.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Put me on the
but,
spot. That's all right. It's okay. I told you I've had little caffeine and no research.
Yeah.
And I don't teach geography, so is what it is.
But he decided to ride his bike.
Yeah, dude rides across it on his bicycle. And I want to know what kind of bike it was.
Dude, I
Was
want to
it a
know how
Huffy?
cold he was.
Did it have pegs on it?
Did it have pegs?
Did it have the baseball
Would you jump
card?
on the pegs, ride with him across the lakes?
Dude, we got to go ride our bike across,
I'm not doing it.
not Lake Erie. Let's do it across Portage Lakes.
I'm not doing it.
We can take Hillary's new bike. It's got like the basket on it.
I feel like she
And
would get upset with you about
beach
that.
just sink it in the middle, ruin everything. Or she ever gets a chance to ride it. No, I just think it was wild. He did that. That's a crazy thing to do.
What would make you want to do that?
I don't know. Do you remember like a couple of years ago, your brother did this? The polar plunge was a big deal in this area. People would go out in the ice.
I don't think I could
cut
ever
a hole
do
in
that.
it and just.
But then
dive
again,
in.
I've always I want to try cold plunge.
I've done a cold plunge.
Have you?
It's cold.
Oh, I'm sure. It's
Very
literally
cold.
in the name.
Yeah, it's cold plunge.
Yeah.
Feels a certain way.
Wake you up. That's for sure.
It's tough, man. I've also done the sauna.
Yeah, I've done sauna.
I got this steam sauna.
Yeah.
I bought it off Temu, which hilarious to our listeners. We didn't do it, but Temu's been after us for a sponsorship, and I don't know. I like Temu. No hate from us.
No
but
hate.
Like I don't know. It just didn't seem like a fit for me. But I did buy a sauna from them, and it works great.
I was gonna make a joke, but I don't
No,
think
it's
it'll
okay.
get flagged.
No. But this dude, he goes off on his bike and he bikes across the Great Lakes for no good reason. Maybe it was a good reason. We just didn't do enough research, but it was just an interesting thing. But
He's
he
the
survived.
first person to do it too. That's
Yep.
I mean, that's really cool.
I mean,
but,
that's awesome. So that's a good reason.
But honestly,
no hate, McKinney. No hate, Eric.
who would think
Eric.
I'm gonna ride my bike across the Great Lakes? Of course, you're gonna be the first one to do that.
So
Who would
what's-
ever think to do that?
What's the one up there? I'm gonna scooter across the Great Lakes.
Take my razor.
I'm gonna
Razor
crawl.
across.
Hey, would you rather totally? I know you hate the treadmill. Would you rather crawl a mile or jog 20? Would you rather crawl a mile or jog 20?
Probably jog 20.
Yeah,
Because crawling's gonna hurt your knees.
dude. So many people say crawl 1 mile.
Yeah,
That would hurt so bad.
it would.
Like I've done 5Ks.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most
Yeah,
miles.
but 5K is not even close to a mile.
But I've split it. I guess when you say run is like the great limiter because not a lot
Yeah.
of people can run a mile.
I don't know. Maybe crawl.
Yeah,
20 miles is pretty close to a marathon.
Yep.
I don't know.
Let us know in the comments. Would you rather Crawl a mile or
I'd crawl, I think.
jog 20. I don't know. I used to do 2 5Ks a day about this time last year, and now I've not touched anything for months. So
Yeah.
gotta get back on the wheel. But I'm certainly not biking across Lake Erie.
No. What do you do in that situation if you fall in? I'm sure he's got some kind of flotation thing.
You float, buddy.
Yeah,
Lindsay
float, buddy. Find your
Callis.
bike.
Find your bike. Hey, Lindsay, you gotta put a attachment for your bike when you're biking across Lake Erie.
Hey, I don't think you have to do that because I don't think many people are going to bike across frozen lakes.
No, I don't think so. Anyways,
No, but I mean, hey, what a way to start a conversation. Hey, you know how many people have biked across the Great Lakes?
me.
Me.
It was me. That's
and then
funny.
nobody wants to talk to you because you're boastful and
Yep.
not fun.
Yep. it's fun.
But it's cool that he's from Northeast Ohio too, close to home.
Yeah.
And you said that story, and I had watched a reel this week about a guy that walked from Ohio to Canada on the lake when it was frozen.
Walking is another. I don't know. Which would you rather do? Would you rather walk it or bike across it?
So the dude that rode his bike, Eric McKinney, he did all 5 Great Lakes.
Oh, okay. So this is his jam. This is what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
No hate, man.
Dave Vogler, he walked
Hmm.
from Catawba Island over in western Ohio to Canada. So he was an avid outdoorsman, hiker, backpacker kind of guy. Liked to spend time outside and thought, hey, this is going to be the challenge that I want to take on. And he went solo walking across the ice.
That's crazy, man.
So my first thought was, can't do this now because you need a passport to go to Canada.
I mean, you could, but
Yeah, but why would you? I mean,
yeah.
you're wandering across the lake, and we'll get to there, but do you think people would even check for your passport?
Mm.
I mean, you'd have to have it
I'm
to get
pretty
back in
sure.
unless you walked back, I guess.
Yeah. Did he
But-
walk back?
Well, he
He'd do it.
didn't.
Yeah,
He didn't.
he didn't.
He hitchhiked back.
I know.
The 70s. Dude, this was almost 50 years ago. It was 78.
Simpler
did this.
times.
February 25th of 1978. He had contacted the Coast Guard up in Cleveland and checked to make sure that the ice was thick enough for him to make it.
Mhm.
Also weird to me, fishing up in oh goodness, I can't think right now, dude.
It's all right.
Fishing up there, and you look across when the steelhead aren't in the rivers yet,
Mm-hmm.
and you fish in the harbor. You know, you can see the nuclear power plant over to the right. To the left is a Coast Guard base. Another thing that I don't think about, but again, we're on the border of the two countries.
Well, like who'd have thought you could walk from Ohio to Canada
yeah,
if the right conditions?
right.
So that's pretty wild.
So he plotted this out. He planned it out. Catawba Island over, like I said, in western Ohio. It's only 30 miles from that island to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So he took it on. He got his gear. He got he carried his backpack, his sleeping bag, his tent,
Mm-hmm.
flotation device, some food, and he headed out on the ice,
Just walking.
just walking.
Sounds like something you would do.
I
Genuinely,
think I would.
dude.
do
When
it.
we're
Maybe no
fishing,
wife, no kids.
when we're fishing, David is just vanished. He's gonna like he's not careful. He'll be one of the missing 411s. Like he
As
just
long
he
as
just
it's Bigfoot, dude.
goes on to do. You'll be fishing next to him, and all of a sudden he'll be halfway to Canada.
2 years ago, we were fishing with Sean, and we're standing on one side of the bank, and I started going down the river, and you guys are standing there fishing the hole, and then I showed up on the other side of the river. Do you
How'd
remember
get down?
that?
Yeah, just heard some cracks in the branches. He's emerging from the tree
Oh,
line.
man. I broke a rod that day. That wasn't fun.
Hey, do you remember that time we were fishing the honey hole? Not steelhead fishing, but our old
Yeah.
high school, not high school, but college
Mm-hmm.
fishing hole, and I dropped my whole setup right in the river or right in the stream.
I do remember that. Do you
Wo-
remember when
wonder if it's
we were
still there.
catfishing there,
Yup.
and Justin hooked a catfish,
Mhm.
wasn't paying attention, and his whole reel or rod and reel just started
Yep.
going down the river,
Mm-hmm.
and he got in.
He did get in.
He got in, got it.
Yeah, he really got in.
Yeah.
Left some gear on the banks, if you know what I'm saying, and he got in that cold water. Dude, I caught a prehistoric looking snapping turtle out of that
Yeah.
little pond.
Big old thing.
Yeah, man. I don't
Justin's
know.
crawling around in there.
Braver than most of us, man. Shout out to Justin.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun time. Yeah, dude, you just don't think that you can do these things because like we're so locked into like where we're at, you know?
Yeah.
But like the persistence that it must have taken to walk 30 miles across ice in the freezing cold.
So he said
Sounds
that
insane.
he
Not knowing what
encountered like
direction even. You know how
right
easy it would be to just get lost?
that. Yeah.
Dude.
There's literally no
just-
point of reference. You're out in the middle of a
No,
lake.
you have no idea. What do you just go straight? And dude, you know, like if you don't have anyone walking with you, I forget what it's called, but like if you're walking with someone, you can kind of keep a true line
Yeah.
because your your walking pattern will kind of even each other out and will help you keep in a straight line. And man, imagine being alone and just getting turned around. Remember when we got off of one of Mogador's island
And got
and we
lost.
couldn't find our kayaks? Like
Right.
we searched the whole island.
Yeah.
Like we went exploring and didn't know where we were. It could have turned bad so
The
fast. on
the
tiny little
wilderness can
island.
be scary.
Yeah.
You can get lost real quick.
No,
Turned
at
around.
sub-zero temperatures and it's just ice.
So he also brought like an ice pick with him because
Yeah.
the lake, like the plates of ice, would shift and make like cliffs, like ice walls. So he'd have to pick it and climb up them. He slept out in the snow on the lake. He slept on the frozen lake that night,
That's crazy, man.
and eventually he wandered through to Canada, saw the shoreline, and family on the shore at their house goes, "Hey, there's a guy
Yeah.
out on the lake."
That's
And they
crazy.
met him and
Yeah.
fed him pizza.
Dude,
He had pizza with him.
amazing.
He had him sign some paperwork
What a
saying that he
Canadian
did
thing
it.
to do.
Exactly. That's what
Like,
I was
hey,
thinking.
have a
like,
slice, man.
Oh,
That's
hey,
awesome. Oh,
how
hey.
are you? Come from Ohio, eh? Walked across the lake.
Have a slice.
Have a slice.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then he hitchhiked back.
Oof. Yeah.
Simpler days.
He was like, "Can you give me a ride back? I don't want to do that again." But
I wonder if
what
that
a
was the
perfect
plan,
meal.
though.
Pizza.
Yeah.
I'm sure he probably had some kind of plan, but like he went out on open waters. Not open water, but it was frozen water.
Yeah.
And man, think of the ridges, the ice walls, all of the things that could
Yeah.
slow you down and get you turned around. And man,
So
the cracks alone would
that
send me
80-mile
into
crack.
panic. Whew, yeah, dude.
So Cleveland Magazine actually did the story on this initially, and a lot of people said it was a lie. A lot of people said that Dave was faking the story.
Oh, yeah,
But
I want to believe Dave.
so then
But this guy just did it on a bike.
he
so-
did. I
so,
think that he did it. I
yeah.
don't think there's
Why
any
would you
reason
lie?
to doubt him. Why would, I walked across like why would you do that?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
no, the historical evidence shows that the ice would have been thick enough at this time than for him to do this.
Do you
and-
remember? Do you remember Guinness Books of World Record?
Yeah, I
and
saw
how
one of those
much
at
of
the
a
thrift
big deal
store.
that was
Yeah.
when we were younger. Dude, when we were younger, Guinness Book of World Records, you wanted to be in that so bad. I remember
For
being
sure.
a kid thinking like I can do this many jumping jacks and get in the Guinness, but it would be like an insane amount.
You ever see the video? I think you sent it to me of Cleveland releasing the most balloons.
Oh yeah,
Very
insane.
Cleveland thing to do.
Yeah,
I love Cleveland.
yeah, and
very
it
much,
caused a
but
whole bunch
Cause
of chaos.
Yeah, they did a balloon day in I
that
think
was
the
recent.
80s.
Like, well, not recent, but the anniversary of that was recent.
Yeah,
Wild, dude.
I think it was. I want to say 87. But there's video. It looks really cool. There's thousands of people releasing millions of balloons, and it looks awesome. But then they didn't take into effect the jet stream, the air pattern, all that, and the balloons popped, landed in Lake Erie,
Yeah,
caused a bunch of fish to die,
Ugh.
caused accidents on the expressway.
yeah. It was Balloon Fest of 1986. It was
Okay.
held in Cleveland. It was on September 27th, 1986. They released 1.5 million balloons to break a world record, and a storm system moved in pure Cleveland fashion.
Yep.
Cold air pushed the balloons back down, and instead of floating away, they all dropped onto the city and all over Lake Erie, and it became a disaster to the point where roads, airports, operations, everything was disrupted. The beaches were covered, the neighborhoods were covered, the waterways were all filled with balloons, and a nearby search and rescue effort on Lake Erie had to be called off. Some guy was just out there, like,
Oh, it was probably
lost.
Dave out on the
Probably
lake.
Dave just trucking across. But man, it's crazy because it was well intentioned. It was supposed to be a community
Yeah,
building thing.
cool.
felt like a good idea.
It looked awesome.
It looked awesome. It was a good, but it wasn't stress tested for real world
Well,
consequences.
I want to know what they thought was going to happen with the balloons. Did they think they were just going to go into space and just
it
keep
was
going?
a different time, like nobody thought about, like now,
It was the 80s. The 80s were a wild time. They didn't know what happened to balloons.
The balloons are a problem now.
Yeah.
I'm growing up, I remember releasing them, let's send a balloon to so-and-so who's in heaven, but like 1.5 billion balloons is insane. It's crazy.
If you get a second, go watch the video. It looks really cool. If you're familiar with Cleveland, you see them like going through like over Terminal Tower.
Bro,
it looks cool.
And it immediately makes the Disney movie Up.
Yeah, look like reality.
Completely like he would have never made it.
No.
It would have been in the waterways.
Also, weird movie. Good movie.
Would have
weird
joined
concept.
his wife Ellie quicker. I don't know, that's dark. I shouldn't have said that.
Very
Anyways,
dark.
I love that movie.
Way to put us in a weird space.
But 1.5 million balloons. We got people walking across Lake Erie. I don't know. Just times were different back then.
What I thought was funny too is when they did like the follow up with this guy, with Dave. He now lives in California, and he actually got his PhD from Stanford, which I mean, good for him. But just when they asked him about it, he goes,
"I'm winning at life."
He goes, "I probably shouldn't have did it alone, but I'm glad I did it."
Smart. Yep. Glad I did it. Shouldn't have did it alone. Man, there's a lot of things that, perseverance is what sticks out to me, is like, it came to a point with him, was looking into it, where he got so far away from his original shoreline that turning back would have been just as far as it was to finish.
That point of no return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he got to the middle and was like, well, if I turn back now, I could just keep going forward and I'll make it.
Yeah.
Or if I turn back now, it's going to be the same walk no matter what. Let's just keep pressing forward. But it kind of like helps you, I don't know how to really, we're going to put the Bible into this, but it's like the scriptures say, don't get weary in well doing.
Yeah.
And man, like a story like this, he's taking steps, he's going miles, and it feels like he's going nowhere.
Yeah, and in fact, actually in his journal, he wrote that I feel like I'm on a treadmill because nothing's changing. I just keep walking in. There's just no point of reference. I can't see anything.
A snowy, icy treadmill.
Ugh.
Sounds horrible.
It does.
But that's kind of life sometimes, man. Sometimes you're doing all the right things. You're putting your best foot forward. You're doing everything right, but it feels like you're stuck. And man, like the lesson here is don't give up,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot you can draw from this story. We could go and talk about how you shouldn't do things alone, but I think the true thing here is, man, like these two men did something incredible. Even if it was like maybe ill-advised.
We joke about it and make fun of it, but honestly, like that's an incredible feat.
What an achievement.
Biking all 5 of the Great Lakes, walking across Lake Erie frozen.
Yeah.
It's an incredible achievement.
Like I have a hard enough time walking the Grand.
Yeah.
Like imagine Lake Erie. So it's an incredible achievement, but that doesn't happen immediately.
No.
Like I'm sure there was preparation for both of these guys.
There's got to be build up for it. You got to have the endurance. You got to have faith in the gear you're using. You're not going to go out there with something brand new that you've never tested, which that's a topic in and of itself, using something that you haven't tested. But also how easy would it have been for him to just not do it?
Yeah.
Both of them to just not do it.
Yeah. I remember our one successful steelhead trip this year.
Yeah.
We get up to Paynesville, oddly enough, and it's a whiteout, and we're like, maybe we should turn around.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, we're already this far.
Right.
And
that point of no return.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Like it depends on how you look at it, and you're like risk or reward. But we stayed out and ended up limiting out. So it was a great experience for us. But that was perseverance. That was just continuing to do the thing that you're trying to accomplish, even though it seems like you're on this weird, like you're doing everything right, but you're not moving.
Yeah.
And man, it sometimes faith feels that way. Faith feels like a treadmill. If you ever felt that God's called you to do something, but you feel like you're stuck, man, you're obeying, you're praying, you're listening, you're reading your Bible, you're doing all the things right, you're attending church, you're doing all the things, but the shoreline isn't moving yet.
Yeah.
That's a real place.
Absolutely. And, Galatians 6:9.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let us not grow weary of. Well, this is from the ESV. Let us not grow weary in well doing, for in good season we will reap if we don't give up.
Yeah. The short thought, man, is that this verse only matters when you're tired and you're still doing the right thing.
Yeah, and we all get there.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we pigeonhole this verse into leadership because it's
Mhm.
easy to say like servanthood. This is
Yeah.
you become weary and well doing, but it's your everyday walk as
Yeah.
well.
100%.
Sometimes you can just feel like you're doing everything right, like you said. You're reading, you're doing your devotions, you're praying, and nothing's changing.
Yeah.
And that's
And,
such a real place
man,
to
it's
get to.
it's a place where people get worn down too.
Yeah,
And man, people get so worn down. They get worn down faster when they're in those seasons, and then like they think they're failing, or maybe they're not seeing the results they want to see just yet. But man, the Bible talks so many times about like a process, man, and having the faith to get you through those seasons, because
Yeah.
it's actually you're accomplishing way more than you think you are.
absolutely.
I could tie it into just like the podcast in itself. Like we've been doing this. I don't know what episode this is off the top of my mind, but we're recording this weekend our 70th episode,
Wow.
and we've never missed a week. There are weeks, including tonight, man. I came in tired, and I
Yeah.
was like I want to do it. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. We have had so many great conversations and so many great guests that are coming on and have come on, and we've met so many great people and had so many great stories. And dude, we love doing this, but there are weeks where it's like no growth,
Yeah.
no change, just plain boring weeks of just work, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. And then all of a sudden something breaks.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's all about
You see
consistency.
the shoreline.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can start to see it. Like, okay, well, we're too far now to go back. Like,
Mhm.
we've already proven the concept of what we're trying to do here. And so, man, we're grateful for all of our listeners that have stuck with us, and and we're growing and we're excited for it. But it's not like the type of growth that you want to see.
Right.
It's a normal growth.
Sometimes it feels like the treadmill.
Yeah, it feels like the
Mhm.
treadmill. But Hebrews 11, verse 1 says this: Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing of faith, is like when you don't see the end result, you still go forward believing that you're
Right.
going to get there. That's the faith aspect.
Yeah.
Not seen doesn't mean it's not happening.
Right.
You just can't, your perspective is so locked in on what you're in right now.
So for Dave, when he stepped off the shore from Catawba Island, there would have been no way that he could see the shoreline of Canada. He just stepping out on the ice in the direction that he needed to go
Mm-hmm.
and heading that way. I think sometimes too we get stuck on the shoreline.
Yeah.
We don't have the faith to step out on, in this case, the ice. We have that hope, but there's no action with it.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I remember, and I don't want to just talk about the show, but like, I remember when I first came up with the idea for this, it like sat for years.
Yeah, I remember talking about while we were
like,
playing video games.
We talked about this for so long. I think back in like 2019,
Mm-hmm.
we talked about this, and it was just, and I credit Sean Delaney so much with this. He was like, dude, just do it.
Yeah.
And he helped me get this started, and man, we've been going ever since. But like, a lot of people are too afraid to even attempt to do anything.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest lessons I've learned through this whole, thing is that, a lot of stuff happens when you just try
Yeah.
and go for it.
Well,
Like, stuff starts to happen when you just move forward with what you're trying to do.
James says, faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
If you don't have the courage to step off the shore, think about it from Peter's standpoint, step off the boat into the water.
Yeah.
And you don't have that faith to just get going,
Mm-hmm.
nothing's going to happen.
Yeah. I think this is where most men our age are feeling so discouraged.
Yeah.
And man, there's this trap, and we're going to talk about this in another episode, but it just comes to my mind right now. There's this trap of where most men our age they have a good job or a good enough job. They set the alarm, they hit snooze 7 times, they get up, they go to work, they eat their lunch, they try to find some time to themselves in between the breaks, and then they get home from work, and then they eat dinner and they go to bed, and then they just repeat.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in between that is purpose filled,
Mm-hmm.
and it's this cycle of just repeat, and it feels like they're doing nothing. I've been there, but like
Yeah,
there's more meaning to life than just that, and yet we fill our free time with scrolling or TV or movies, and we fill our free time, what little free time we have, with a bunch of stuff that doesn't really matter. And I think the national screen time average is like 6 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day of all around screens for the average person, which is insane. So we're filling our time with all, and this is me like trying to tell you to come watch our screen, but
Right.
like we're spending all of our time doing this thing that we're not letting our creativity out. We're not building anything of value for ourselves. We spend most of our time working for another person or another company, and you don't build anything on your own. And man, it's one of those things where I feel like everybody could do it. Like
Everybody can do a thing.
maybe
It
not
was-
everybody can do a podcast or write a book or start a business or anything like that, but there's something out there that you should be putting your energy into.
It was Thoreau that said, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation."
Yeah,
And I think that's such a heavy quote.
man.
You think about what you just said. Most men get in that rut of it's good enough, and I just need to keep going.
Yeah,
When in reality, they're missing something inside.
yeah,
And it could be the podcast. It could be just pursuing something you enjoy.
Mhm.
But you have to find something to pursue,
yeah,
and you have to have the faith to step off the bank into that pursuit.
yeah. And there's seasons. That's not meant to be judgment to anybody either. It's just there's seasons where you get stuck in loops, and then you feel so discouraged. You don't understand why you feel so bad, even though you're doing all the things right. You
Yeah.
know. And it's just because you're in a process. You got to find meaning to life, like for us, that's faith,
Mhm.
I believe for everybody, it's faith.
Yeah.
You put your faith somewhere. The Bible says everybody has a measure of faith. You're going to put that faith into something,
Right.
and we put it into our Savior. And so, but I believe God has opportunities for everyone, everywhere. There are giftings. There is, talk to my church folks for a second. There are so many giftings and promises of God just laying out there
Yeah.
for you to take.
Also,
But we're so distracted by things that don't matter that we don't ever try.
I think sometimes too, we kind of paint ourselves into a box of thinking these are the categories I have to be able to serve in.
Yeah.
Who would have thought when you started this podcast, it would have turned into the platform that it has become?
Mm-mm.
This is a completely different way that I guarantee you when you were in high school and you felt or when you were young and felt the call to preach, this would have never
Yeah.
been the avenue that you would have thought it would take.
And but that being said, like the calling to preach the gospel for me came when I was in junior high camp
Right.
service. And there were like I just recently, like within the last 2 years, got my minister's license to be able to do that calling. And within our organization, and never did I imagine it would be through this microphone here.
Right.
But God,
But that's what I'm saying. We
yeah.
paint ourselves in boxes of I have to sing, I have to preach, I have to teach Sunday school. Those are the only ways that I can.
Yeah, I think that
when in reality, it's so broad.
Yeah, I
Dude,
think-
there's so many avenues that people can take to reach people
100%.
and to serve God.
Yeah, and that's when you put God at the center of everything you do. There's meaning in everything that you
Yeah.
do. So let me say this, because I feel like maybe I could have been misunderstood with what I was saying earlier. If you are that guy that's working 12-hour shifts for your family to supply the needs for your family, and you're doing all you can just to make it, hey, there's meaning in that. Put God in that. Put the faith into that, and watch God bless you.
Absolutely.
And there's always a soul there. When I was on the lines, and when I was in the post office, and when I was on the assembly lines, and I was working factory jobs and doing all of those things, you know what happened in every season in every job I've ever had? There was a soul.
Yeah.
There was
absolutely.
somebody that I brought to church that got saved because I was there.
Right.
There's a purpose to where you are. You may feel like you're stuck on a treadmill, but there's a purpose and a reason for where you are right now.
Absolutely. And I'll be real with you guys. I feel like that at times too, where I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to clean, I'm going to sit down with my wife for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to start it all over the next day.
Yeah.
But what is different is I found something that I want to pursue.
Yeah.
I found things that I can pursue, and I can put my passion into, whether if it's coaching baseball or football or the podcast, church, different things, serving my community.
Yeah.
You have to find something to pursue, or that rut becomes
Reality.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's a scary place to be.
Yeah.
Um,
That quiet desperation.
but I guess just because you feel like you're going nowhere does not mean that that's the reality.
Absolutely.
Um,
Because there are days that's going to feel like nothing is changing, but in reality, like with Dave Vogler from the story here, every step he took, it seemed like nothing changed until he saw that shoreline.
Yeah.
Until 30 miles had passed. When 15 miles in, it looks the same as 10 miles in.
Yeah.
25 miles in, he still can't see a shoreline.
And you never know where you're at in the process.
Mhm.
You never know.
But every step is getting you closer to that goal.
The worst thing you do is quit. And man, I hear it all the time. You're just one video away. You're
Yeah.
one episode away from blowing up. You're one episode. And we saw it a little bit last year. I joked with Chase from Southwest Indiana Outdoors, and that fishing knew we were joking. They were in a race to like 2,000 subs. And, I was like, I bet you both hit it this year. Never thinking that in that same year we would have 3,000 subs.
Yeah.
Like we had a moment where it was just a couple episodes took off and we got some huge discovery push, and then it was back to just boring, normal growth. But it's like one of those things where, you're always one step forward, and then eventually you're going to like slide on that ice way further than you thought you were going to go, and then you're going to be back to the normal beats.
Right.
But it's progress.
I think that it's in those days where you feel like nothing's changing, where you're on the ice and all you can see is snow,
Mm-hmm.
but you know that every step is getting closer to that shoreline.
Yeah.
It's important to remember that you're still making progress, even though it feels like nothing's changing.
Right. The Bible says again in Galatians 6:9, let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
If we faint not. Because if Dave would have stopped,
Mm-hmm.
he'd never reached that shoreline.
Right.
It's just another story of the Coast Guard saving somebody on the ice.
And the discouragement of stopping halfway.
Yeah.
What
Can you
if-
imagine
what
if he would have
hindered
gave
his way
up
back?
25 miles in because he felt like nothing was changing?
Mhm.
I'm not making enough progress.
Yeah.
And then he finds out that he's only 5 miles away from the shoreline.
Man. Reminds me of, you alluded to this a little bit, but it reminds me of Peter in
Yeah.
Matthew 14 when he's walking on the water. He does the thing. He jumps out over the boards of the ship, and he starts to walk on the water. The miraculous is happening. Peter didn't step into calm. It was waves. It was the lake was not frozen.
Mhm.
He was walking on water. And then when he started to get his eyes off of the goal, when he started to doubt, he began to sink.
Yeah.
And he called out to Jesus, and Jesus was there. But it's one of those things where, man, you never know how close you are to your destination when you're walking.
Right.
But you have to have faith. You have to keep your eye on the goal, on the prize.
So here's something, though, with the story of Peter that I've thought about it in passing, but never really developed the full thought, is he jumped over the boat, though.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't stay in. When God called him out on the water, he didn't hesitate. He just went.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he didn't do everything that God
At
would have
thy
planned
word.
him to do.
Yeah. At the word.
But he stepped off the boat into the storm,
Mm-hmm.
and we remember him for it. God will take you the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Take that step out.
Yeah.
And it could be scary.
Yeah,
In
it's
this
always
situation,
like-
it's a storm.
It's like the negative view is, oh, well, he lost his faith and he sunk.
Right,
Hey,
and
he
it's
walked
easy to
on
pull-
water,
Right, but I
though.
think
Like,
sometimes it's so easy to pull out, and we focus on
Yeah.
the fact that he lost sight of
Yeah.
Jesus. He took his eyes off Jesus, and he sunk in the storm.
but he walked on water.
But he stepped out of the boat.
Yeah.
He walked on water.
He did what no one else had done.
He was fully man,
Yeah.
not fully God and man like Jesus walking
Yeah.
on the water. That's completely separate. He was fully man walking on water,
Mhm.
literally walking on water.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just focus on the fact that he failed.
Yeah. It's
But in reality, he didn't fail. He stepped off the boat, and God took him the rest of the way.
in the very first chapter of my book, Be Like Barnabas, available on Amazon. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
But the first chapter of that book talks about the negativity bias and how we all
Mhm.
lean that way.
I'm big on that.
And we have
I'm
to
very
fight that.
pessimistic. I'm not optimistic at all.
You gotta fight it. You
But
gotta
that's-
fight it.
That's something that I'm trying to get better at, and that's
Man,
kind
I
of what I'm getting at.
recommend this book right here.
that's
No,
kind of what I'm getting at with the story of Peter.
Yeah.
Is I don't want to focus on the fact that
No.
he took his eyes off of Jesus.
Right.
I want to focus on the fact that
He did it.
had the guts to step
Yeah.
off the boat into a storm.
Yeah. Yeah. We got an ad. Don't go anywhere. This episode's brought to you by Backbone Coffee.
This is the coffee we actually drink at home, too. It's not just because they're a...
You're right. This episode's brought to you by Backbone Coffee.
This is the coffee we actually drink at home, too. It's not just because they're a sponsor of the show. We actually love this product.
And right now, if you go to the website, you can mix and match 3 different bags for $45.
Or you could set up a subscription and cancel it at any time.
And if you're a first-time buyer, use the promo code CastingFaith for 15% off.
Go get you some of the coffee we actually drink.
Support the show. Use the link in the description.
3 bags for $45 or subscribe and save 10%.
Backbone Coffee.
Fuel the grind.
Welcome back. Man, what a deep topic. Sometimes we get into deeper waters. I just thought these were 2 interesting, very interesting topics that are kind of local, home to us, you know, in the Great Lakes area. And, or like, I guess, you know, Northeast Ohio. Couple of legends, you know. But it was cool to see, you know, how both of them did that. And like we're just now seeing it in the same kind of time frame. Which is wild. One happened just like last month and one happened years and years ago.
48 years ago.
Yeah. It's just funny to me, like these world record setting things, you know, that people are willing to do and just get out there and do it. And we mentioned this before, but like the Guinness Book of World Records.
I want to know how I went 34 years, and I'm pretty tied into local history.
Yeah, you know all 5 Great Lakes. We get it.
And I've never heard of this. Like, I want to know how I've never heard of it. How is Dave Vogler not a bigger local legend?
Because we were too busy thinking about DB Cooper and the Zodiac and all of these things when we were younger, which was not even anywhere near us. You know, like I don't know. That's
other side of the country,
other kind of history. But man, it is weird how you don't hear these stories. You know, you hear you hear negative most of the time. But speaking of Guinness World Records, and the nostalgia of that, dude, I found something.
Oh yeah.
Before we get into our game today, do you remember Altoids?
Yeah.
Do you remember sour Altoids?
I do.
Look what I found.
Oh man.
Brother.
Oh, and it says retro on it too.
I haven't had these in 15 years.
Let's go.
So I wanted to try them. Man, back in the growing up, we had these Altoids, which these are not Altoids. This is a brand that decided to bring them back. These were everything going to church. We would have these sour mints. I got these retro sours. I don't know where. I got these at a gas station. I saw them. I'm like, dude, they brought back sour Altoids. But it's not Altoids. So Altoids, you drop the ball. But
they look just
they're
like
the same thing. I haven't had
and
these
I
in
dropped one on the floor.
I haven't had these in 15 years. Woo!
Yeah. My palate isn't what it used to be.
No.
They are sour.
You gotta try that. Woo! That mango one.
You know what this is? Oh, I got tangerine.
Yeah, you got tangerine.
Yeah.
These used to be. Oh, it gets better when it gets sweeter. Man, sour candy was everything when we were little. You remember the Warheads?
Mm-hmm. Then
that one.
brand
Ooh,
started,
that one's. One gets you right in the lymph nodes. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I'm able to talk.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Having said that, you found these retro sours.
Mm-hmm.
I went to my parents' house this past week.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, probably 10, 15 episodes ago. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Hey, they hold up to memory.
10, 15 episodes ago, I told you I had a Godzilla Tamagotchi.
Mm-hmm.
I found it, man. I'm going to get some new batteries for it, see if I can get it working, give it to David. He immediately, my mom's like, do you want this?
Yeah.
He goes, what's this? I want it.
Yeah, immediately.
And it's, Godzilla Tamagotchi, bro.
Man,
We'll
that's
see
fun. I had a kindergartner
still
bring
works.
in a Tamagotchi last week. And it made me think of your Godzilla one.
Yeah. I'll have to bring it on the show if it
Yeah,
get it working.
definitely.
I got to keep it alive or it'll die.
I was going to buy you one, but they're like $900 on eBay.
Yeah, forget that.
Sell it, dude.
might be able
make
to.
some money. No, I'm kidding. Don't sell it.
But yeah.
Speaking of eBay, the original Sour Altoids, like unopened can, was going for like hundreds of dollars on eBay. Like imagine buying it and then them bringing this back a couple months later.
Can you imagine buying one and then just like stick it in a glove box and then you go to sell the car 15 years later? You're like, oh, hey.
I
And
remember
then you
these.
make $300 on a can that you spent $3 on.
Speaking of things they need to bring back, do you remember Sobe?
Sobe Life Water.
Dude,
Yep.
remember that?
The
Remember
Lizard
the
Biz. and
lizard. What was it?
I don't know, they had a bunch of different ones, all named after lizards, and they all looked like a creamy
And they were all delicious.
color. Yeah, they do. They looked funky, but they tasted,
They tasted
good.
so good. I remember the strawberry banana one.
And Surge.
Surge. Man,
That's what introduced us to energy drinks.
Yep. All right, here we go. We got a game. Speaking of, this will tie right into that, okay? We can't say the same thing. There are going to be multiple rounds, okay? And this is going to be hard because we just named a few of them. But things from our childhood that you wish you could bring back.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do 5 rounds of this. We can't say the same thing.
Okay. Is
And
it
then-
like one word?
Yep, one thing that you wish you could bring back from childhood. Are you ready? Round 1.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
KB
Jolt
Toys.
Cola.
You remember KB Toys? in the
KB
mall?
Toys was awesome.
I remember going in there and buying a 3-pack
KB
of
Toys.
little
I forgot
Pokemon
about KB
figures with Charmander,
Mm-hmm.
Charizard, and what was the middle? Charmeleon.
Charmeleon.
And, yep, the little figurines. And then I remember going in there and buying a Goku little action figure.
Dude, do you remember the Dragon Ball Z characters that you had to go and snap the models
Mhm.
together, and it was a whole thing.
Good times.
Good times. Good times.
I went to, I enjoy thrifting. I like going to Goodwill and looking at stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I found a vintage Space Jam shirt for $3, like original from the
Right
90s.
on.
So I got it. It's in my drawer. I'll wear it next time we record, I
That's
think.
awesome. Yeah.
But no, it's got the Toon Squad on it and the
Nice.
Monstars. And
I
yeah,
remember
it's
having
cool.
Sylvester Duncan or something. I can't
Mhm.
remember. Him and Taz.
Yep.
That was
Good
sweet.
times. Those 90s vibes.
Yeah, man. All right, ready? Here comes another one. Ready?
Mhm.
It could be a thing or a place.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2.
What is it? Thing or a place?
Either one. Yeah, from our childhood that you wish you could bring back.
Oh, okay.
All right, things from our childhood we wish we could bring back. We can't see the same. We can't say the same thing.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Geauga
Discovery
Lake.
Zone.
I almost said Discovery Zone. I
Discovery
switched it
Zone.
to Geauga Lake.
Do you remember Discovery Zone?
I do. Old
Like-
DZ.
So I was looking into this. There's hardly any evidence that it ever existed
I
anymore.
actually saw a reel about that too.
Isn't that wild? It's
Mhm.
all home movies.
Yep.
That's the only because it was just far back enough.
Where the internet wasn't around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
So there's like,
Crazy.
slowly no archive of it ever existing. Hey, somebody who wants to make a lot of money, dude, we got all these Ninja Warrior places.
Yeah.
Do Discovery Zone.
I remember going there
Somebody buy the rights to that, bring it
For-
back.
a friend's birthday when I was like 6 years old, 7 years old. They had that slide that was like the rollers
Mm-hmm.
where you like pinch your skin
Yep.
when you went down.
Maybe that's why. It's
Maybe you don't open
Maybe
it
you
and make
don't open
millions
it,
of
but-
dollars. Maybe you lose
Maybe
millions.
you lose money.
Do you remember Geauga Lake? Kind of
do.
local
I
to
do.
Northeast Ohio,
My
but
dad
it was an
took me.
amusement park.
Mhm.
And it ended up being Six Flags after that and then shut down. But the last time I went to Geauga Lake was with Justin and his family.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder
Read
if I was
the,
there.
The double loop. That was the big roller coaster there. It had 2 loops.
Yeah.
And then SeaWorld was right there too. SeaWorld
Yep.
Cleveland.
I remember watching Batman on Water. Batman Forever. They did a show on the
That's
water
awesome.
with all the aquatic animals.
Man.
It was so cool. The 90s were the best.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yep.
Bring it back. But what happened to Geauga Lake? Man, it started out as a small local park
Mm-hmm.
and it grew up into a huge destination spot in Aurora.
Yep.
And in 2001, it merged, like you said, to SeaWorld.
Six Flags.
And then Six Flags. It was rebranded as Six Flags
Mhm.
World of Adventure. And later, after Six Flags sold the park to Cedar Fair, and the park became Geauga Lake's Water. This is hard to say. Wild Water Kingdom. The problem wasn't the rides. They say it was consistent rebranding. They rebranded themselves out of
Yeah.
existence.
That makes
Talk
sense.
about what
That'll
we just
preach,
talked about,
right?
Like they got so worried about the progress
Yep.
and moving to their point that they rebranded so much that they
Killed the business.
They killed the business. They
Mhm.
changed so much so fast because they didn't get where they wanted to go
Yeah.
as fast as they wanted to.
I'm sure that influences outside, like Cedar Point, kind of played into that too.
Yeah.
Cedar Point's one of the most well-known theme
But
parks in the country.
it was the rebranding that confused
Yeah.
people. Prices went up. The park lost its local favorite feel.
Mhm.
Operations were expensive. Attendance dropped, and by 2007, it was closed for good.
Dude, they had a mascot named Geauga Dog.
It was
I
cool.
remember that.
I remember having an action figure of the mascot.
Yeah.
It had like hot pink shorts,
Mm-hmm.
some like lizard type thing. Anyways,
Good
there's
times.
There's your faith, or there's your faith. There's your childhood thing we wish we could bring back
Yeah.
if they didn't decide to rebrand so much. All right, another one. Ready?
What is it?
Childhood thing that
Oh, we should bring back. Okay.
All right, let me think. Okay, so childhood things that we wish we could bring back, and we can't say the same thing. And 3, 2, 1.
Kid cuisine.
Walkmans. The discs.
Walkman.
I don't know why I wanted to bring that back. I just didn't want to say the same thing.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Kids cuisine.
Kid cuisine.
Kid cuisine was something.
I don't think I could bring it back and eat it, but
I think it'd be. This is getting better as we go. By
Yeah.
the way,
it's just
very
a lot
sour.
of saliva.
Yeah. I remember the brownie always getting some corn bits stuck in it.
Yeah. I was big on the pizza one. The
Mhm.
pizza one was my go-to.
Always the
I-
corn would get into the brownie.
I remember the little taquerito things, the little bro, those made me puke. I couldn't.
One time, my mom gave me a McRib knockoff TV dinner,
Mhm.
and I got the flu on top of eating that. Like, I
Mm.
was already starting to feel sick, and then I ate that, and I had the flu. So I don't want to say it was food poisoning. I probably had the flu and then ate something. Poor choice. And to this day, I cannot eat a McRib because
I don't think I would ever eat a McRib.
it just that
Yeah.
it's the same quality of thing.
Yeah.
It makes me sick just thinking about it.
Yeah. Second thought, I wish I couldn't bring back kid cuisine, but I'm glad I said it.
Yeah.
Memories.
Glad you said it.
Oh, hey. Did you hear about what they're bringing back on Netflix?
Mm-mm.
Street Sharks.
No,
You remember
way.
Street Sharks?
Like a live action one?
Yeah.
That's
It's going to be
crazy.
a show on Netflix.
They're gonna make it all dark and weird.
Yeah.
Come on.
They said that's with a darker twist. but
Why? Just make it the
Make
original
it
goofy,
fun. Make it the
goofy
purple
thing.
and teal shark
Yeah.
and orange one. And
All right, things you wish you could bring back. Last round. Ready? Things from our childhood we wish we could bring back. Can't say the same thing. 3, 2, 1. Shark
game nights with
bites.
friends.
Game nights with friends.
Yeah.
We kind of can still have that.
That's true, but not in the same way. Do you remember playing like Mario Party and
Super
Pokemon
Smash
Snap
Brothers.
and Super Smash Brothers? I guess it would just be like
I
game
got-
night with your friends on Nintendo
Hey, dude,
64.
I got a Nintendo 64.
I know. Hey,
We could totally make
so I
this
went to my
happen.
parents' house and Daniel has one at my parents' house.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see about just bringing it over for the kids.
Yeah,
Hook
100%.
it up to the TV, get it going.
Let's do it. It's gonna be fun.
Little
We could totally bring
GoldenEye,
that back.
Pokemon Snap,
Um,
Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, I got. What did I say? I don't even remember.
I don't remember what you said either.
Oh, shark bites.
yeah,
Those were so
the
good.
blue and white gummies. Mm-hmm.
Specifically the white
The white one. Yep.
Yeah, bring it back. We won't play another round, but another thing I wish we'd bring back is Butterfinger BBs.
Good.
Those were amazing.
I remember those. Those were good.
So good.
I was like partial to the Nestle Crunch, the little crunch ball things.
What's in a Wonder Ball?
I remember
Is that what it is?
Yep. And there was always like a sweet tart inside of chocolate, and the
Mhm.
sweet tart always tasted funny instead of the chocolate. Because
You know what I like that most people don't?
Hmm.
I don't know if I'd like it today, but I really liked Cadbury eggs.
Brittany loves them,
I'll
but
eat
she
a
likes the
whole
little like
sleeve of
bird
them.
egg looking ones.
I kind of want one now.
She loves them. She gets them every Easter.
Yeah.
Always has a bag of them. I can't stand
Did
them.
your family always do Easter baskets?
Yeah.
Mine didn't.
We always did. We didn't
Um,
play into like the Easter bunny thing.
I remember
but-
Grogowski, our buddy from high school.
Mhm.
I went over to his family's house, and they were like, "You don't have an Easter basket?" I'm like, "No." Like, we went to Ponderosa. Like, what do we do? Speaking
Right.
of things, bring back Ponderosa.
There's
Oh.
still one that exists. Oh goodness, where did I see
Dude,
it?
we
It's
gotta
down in
go.
Southern Ohio.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
If it's in Ohio, we gotta go to
Yeah,
Ponderosa.
I think it's down closer to Columbus.
we're gonna go.
That and then do you remember Shoney's?
Mm-hmm.
Saw one of those in West Virginia.
Yeah. Going to Shoney's, going to Sizzlers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think they're that great though. I miss Ponderosa. We would go there a lot.
Yeah,
Be
we
one
went.
in Kent.
We went to the one in Akron off of Arlington.
Yeah.
Good memories.
Times. Good times.
The '90s were where it's at.
Yeah, dude.
I don't
bring
want to
back-
hear your garbage about the '80s.
I think that it was the best of both worlds, and we've gone too far with everything.
Yeah.
Scale it back a little.
We are the last generation that knew what life was like before the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Wild.
crazy. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
Like
we
we
still
knew
had the Razor scooters and the.
You see those things where like we long for a time that doesn't exist anymore. The simplicity of life.
We'll probably get there again
We will.
at some point. But man, hope you guys have enjoyed this show.
We'll go dark.
And on
reminiscing.
that, man, huge shout out to all of you guys, man. You guys are awesome. You help us keep doing this.
Hey, one thing we haven't really talked about, we mentioned at the start of the show, some new sponsors.
Yeah.
Great Lakes Fishing Expo. You remember a couple episodes ago, we kind of did a recap of the show. One of the owners reached out to us. Loved the show. Loved what we were doing. Met with him, Aaron Garrett, super nice guy.
Yep.
Partnering with the show,
Yeah, we
with the
talked
Great Lakes
for like
Fishing
4
Expo,
hours,
and had a
2
great
hours,
time.
crazy.
Super good guy. I'd love to have him on the show soon. And
we're gonna make it happen.
You'll see us at the Great Lakes Fishing Expo next year.
100%. We're super pumped about that opportunity and grateful to be a part of this great community of the Great Lakes. Now, we're not saying we're going to walk across it all frozen or whatnot, but we're super happy to be a part of that experience for everybody. And we encourage you all to come out and see us
Absolutely.
next year.
Come out to the show next year. Meet me and Charlie.
Yep.
We're going to try and do maybe some interviews, maybe a live show
Yep, be
from
sweet.
the event.
Be cool.
Have the wives there, maybe selling some merch. Should be a good time.
Yep. Shout out to Heritage Roofing.
Yeah, as well. That's another one of Aaron's businesses.
Yep.
Great local company. Britt's cousin actually is using them for some renovations to the house.
Awesome.
Had some damage from the
ice. Yeah.
And he's going to take
That 80-mile crack done took off some gutters.
I don't
You
know.
know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways,
We'll see.
you got to get some appraisals done. Check out Heritage Roofing.
Heritage Roofing, great guy. Aaron's a super trustworthy, great guy. I'd recommend him to anybody.
Mm-hmm. And man, obviously, love Backbone Coffee. They've
Yep.
always been there for us. First Form.
Represent.
We're so grateful for all of our partners that make this show run. If you love this show and you want to see this show grow, consider getting some things from our sponsors, or at least getting some giving some traction there. We're grateful for all of our team and everything. And by team, I mean David and our wives. And we're so thankful for what's going on with the Cast and Faith podcast. We have a lot of fun ideas this year. If there's anything that you want us to talk about, let us know in the comment section below.
Yep.
And if this message or this episode blessed you, give us some information in the comment section,
Love to hear from you. I know a lot of you guys listen, don't say anything.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of different ways you can receive the show.
Mm-hmm.
Just let us know you're listening.
Yeah.
Whether it's a comment, a like, subscription, maybe if you aren't already subscribed. Do something to let us know you're there. We see you,
Yeah, we see you.
but interact.
Yeah, dude. I saw 30,000 people tuned in at some capacity to our show last month.
Crazy.
It's like, where are y'all?
Right?
Where you at? But we love you. We appreciate you.
30,000 people know what I look like. I don't know if I like
Isn't
that.
that weird? It gets really weird. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What have we created?
Right?
But, the ice sometimes looks solid until it cracks.
Hey, and don't be afraid to step off the shore. Serious note. I know that you're being silly, but don't be afraid to step off the shore.
Mm-hmm.
The lake might seem scary.
Yeah.
But just keep walking.
Yeah, man. And, Peter stepped out of the boat. He had the courage to do something. David stepped out. Or Dave, not this David. Dave stepped out onto a frozen Lake Erie. Eric also pedaled out onto the frozen Lake Erie. We walked ourselves into the Great Lakes Fishing Expo. Stuff happens when you put yourself out there,
Yep, absolutely.
And good things are coming. Good things are going to be experienced when you don't give up and don't get weary in your well-doing. If you love the show, share it with somebody. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Keep casting faith in everyday life. Until next time. We'll see you
Bye,
later.
everybody.
Goodbye.
Oh, I pushed that button.
That's all right. Fun one.
Yeah. Good.
Good. Get better at it.
No, dude, it took pressure.
First Form, Formula One, clear, rainbow, sherbet.
No, man, it's sherbet. Two
No.
R's and a T. Everyone knows that.
No, there's only one R and one T, dude.
Bro, don't mess with me. I remember the T. I grew up. I knew that I had sherbet flavored push pops.
Well, it's the Mandela effect where even your protein powder is rewriting history.
Well, Whatever timeline you're in, it's delicious.
Light, smooth, 20 grams of fast digesting protein.
Call it whatever you want. It tastes amazing.
First form, Formula One clear sherbet.
2 R's, no T, full recovery.
Fuel the grind, recover right.
Get you some.
Creatine.
Creatine.
Formula One clear protein.
Protein.
Creatine.
Taste it. That's illegal. I can't say that. Dude, I started taking creatine, David.
Every day?
Every day creatine. And not just any creatine, first form creatine.
That's the only creatine I take.
It's amazing. I would say it's delicious, but it's unflavored, but it doesn't mix. You know how like old creatine got kind of clumpy at the bottom?
A little gritty.
Yeah, it was like sand.
Yeah.
Not like first form's creatine. You should be taking creatine. Helps your brain.
Yeah, not only does it help you when you're working out and you're trying to gain a little bit more muscle mass, trying to look a little bit better, but creatine also, studies show it helps you mentally. So taking first form creatine every day, not only good for your physical health, but your mental health as well.
Creatine. Get you some creatine.
First form.
Creatine. First form creatine. First form.
Creatine.
Creatine, 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 creatine.
First form.
First form. First form.
Like, comment, and subscribe.